the Zodiac. Nothing tickles my fancy more than one of those Zodiac placemats at like the Chinese restaurants. So,
Oh yeah.
do you know what I mean though? Do you ever, when you see that, you immediately look up, you're like...
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right? What do they say about me? What do they say about me on the placemat? Sagittarius, I'm loyal. The placemat says so.
Okay, I'm ready.
But don't ask my ex. Hi guys, I'm Patrick.
I'm Adam.
And welcome to
Properly Wound,
where we offer you the consumer's opinion on everything watch related. And today we have another game. This is our third one in the series officially. I've made them separate playlists now. We have the perfect 3 watch collection. That's something else entirely. But the game, this is where we pick random scenarios and we have to come up with a watch that fits that scenario, or at least is best suited for that scenario in our opinions. Of course, you guys can join along in the comment section down below and add your choices, but today's choices are all based around exploration. Yes. So the darkest depths of the ocean, the thickest reaches of the jungles, and the vastness of space. So we wanted to touch on 3 areas of real exploration, you know, the great unknown essentially. And what would you take with you on that journey, despite any sort of survival gear, obviously.
Since we don't actually have any watches to show, you want to do a quick wristwatch check?
Oh yeah. What is this?
This behemoth on my wrist.
It's hard to miss. I don't think they saw it.
This is a watch that we have in for review, not a personal piece of my collection. It is the gigantic, it's actually not that big.
Lord, it's hard to take that motion.
The Omega Planet Ocean Good Planet GMT.
Good Planet?
Freaking awesome.
Why do they
watch.
call it the Good Planet?
So thick though.
Zero emissions.
Yeah, zero emissions.
I'm confused. Is it electric?
It's all, yeah, electric. It's not. Yeah, that's why. No, I have no idea because they try and be cool.
Grass fed.
Stupid shit.
Okay. It's the Good Planet.
It's the Good Planet.
Do proceeds go to help fund some green initiative? I'm trying to plug Omega right now.
Probably.
Okay.
We'll find out when we review.
There you go.
Stay tuned. This will be coming soon, guys, for review.
We'll give you the full deets on why it's called the Good Planet.
That's
then.
right.
And we'll also show you the Bad Planet.
Yeah.
That's a sick watch. And guys, I'm wearing my Grand Seiko SVGR017. This is the white dial variant of the famous SVGR019. This is the better one in my opinion. It has this beautiful hexagon design on the dial, these fat batons, a 12 and a 6. I wish I had the B cam on because I'd show you. We talked about it in a prior video. I will link that video as a card up in the top right, and you can enjoy that later. It's about the woes of buying from the gray market.
Alright.
But yeah, let's get right into it, man.
What is your first pick?
I want to start with the deepest depths.
Let's do that.
We'll start low. We'll go, you know, where grassland is, obviously, and then we'll go up into the vastness of space.
That's right.
You know, so channel your inner Jean-Luc Picard. I know exactly what Jean-Luc Picard would wear. I've already picked it.
Oh.
So for me, I've got some info on the side here. This watch, I believe, is a So the model came out, I believe, in 1963. And it was from a group called ZRC. Maybe you've heard of this, maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. But it's a very, very rare dive watch called the Grand Fonds. I might be mispronouncing that, you can correct me, but it's a ZRC Grand Fonds 300 meter diver. That was a very, very deep dive watch in the 1960s. 300 meters is pretty good for by any diving standard, even modern standard. And it's unique in that it has its crown recessed into the case at the 6 o'clock position, and it's shrouded by a bracelet that's also designed specifically for this watch. It's one of the most outlandish, funky, beautiful watches I've ever seen, and there's actually a reissue of the watch, and I'm looking at it now.
This year, right, at Basel?
I don't think so.
Was it last year?
I forget when. Have you seen this before, though?
They did a but it's expensive as hell, the reissue, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is very expensive, and again, you know, the sky's the limit with this exercise, so pick to your heart's content. But this is a ZRC Grand Fonds 300 reissue. I would love a vintage one. Clearly, the reissue would be fine. It's so hard to find, though. I mean, imagine finding that at like a garage sale or something.
Yeah.
I would flip. Like, just... It'd be such a cool find. If you own one, like, let us know and link a picture on our Instagram, hashtag properly wound. If you've ever seen us, if you know what I'm talking about and you've seen it, let us know. I think it's a beautiful diver. I think it's great for the setting and the theme of this exploration. Yeah. Because it itself is unique and hard to find, so it'd be cool to take that into the depths of the ocean.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's your pick, man?
Mine's pretty, I did a little cop-out. Omega Proplov.
That's a cool one, though.
It's cool. It's cool, right?
People think Omega divers, they don't think the
because you think of what kind of like maybe like a Rolex deep sea,
planet.
but no, the planet. No, but I decided to go the Proplov. I think it's since you're sort of living in the moment, might as well live it to the fullest and slap something on the wrist that's like meant to be going down that far.
True.
You know
that's
what I mean?
True. That's a deeper diver than you would go further into the depths than me.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like, if something happened and I died, the watch would survive and I could pass it down to my family.
His wrist would be doing this as he goes into the water. He just sings.
It would be alive and it would still be ticking when they brought me up to instead of like this some old watch or some like whatever 200-meter diver that's going to be crushed and just
you think it would just like withstand the pressures of
everything
that low? Yeah.
No, definitely not. Not that low. Are we going
compressed body?
Are we going down to like the trench of like?
I don't know. I don't know.
An undiscovered trench? No.
That would be sick. The plop. What's the?
So it's 1,200 meters. I'm reading off the stats here a little bit. So you guys, there's some pictures popping up here, but it's a bi-directional bezel, and the bezel is actually locked by the security pusher at 2 o'clock.
It's a Squale Tiger ripoff. This is what they call the baby Ploproff.
Yes. So there's also the helium escape valve at 4 o'clock, and it's resistant to 1,200 meters or 4,000 feet. So
that's sick.
Honestly, don't really know that much about this watch. Like, I would never really probably buy this just to buy it because it's so huge. The vintage ones are pretty cool. I could see myself getting a vintage one, and they're much smaller too. But the modern ones are so massive and so just out of place in almost every single scenario, unless you're like a billionaire, like on an island, or like we're doing whatever you want, like on vacation in the Mediterranean. Yeah. Like I could see that being very, very fitting
just
for
sipping
that.
a Mai Tai.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Honking watch there, right?
And it's a really cool watch, but I would never spend that much money on something because I would wear it like once every 2 years.
It's a hard choice because it's still, even though they do them in precious metals, it's still a very strictly utilitarian watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the design is so radical. It feels like it's made for task.
Yeah,
very cool choice. I don't think that was a cop-out. That was a really cool choice.
Well, yeah, okay. I thought maybe it was a cop-out because it's like such a stereotypical deep sea diving watch.
I thought the ZRC was a cop-out. Everyone knows. Everyone knows it.
It's got a lot of history though too, you know, with like Jacques Cousteau and whatnot, and I think the first one was created in the 1970 was the first one ever. So
no kidding.
You know,
so we're looking at some modern images. Of course, you guys have likely seen some vintage and modern pieces.
Yeah. So but it's a cool piece. It's a cool piece.
Why don't the jungles?
Okay.
The Amazons.
Easy one for me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
Guys, we actually briefly touched on this with a recent video, and of course I'll leave a card at the top right so you guys can enjoy that video if you haven't seen it yet. But this is the original Explorer 2. This is the 1655 with black dial. This is the one Steve McQueen wore every day.
We talked about this in the Explorer 2 Polar video.
Is this true or not? That's not true.
No, he actually never even owned one. It was just, I think, I can't remember what the whole story was behind that, but I think it was either an ad or it was like a movie that, not even a movie, but I'm almost positive he never actually wore the 1655.
I can believe that he
always wore his
like
5513 and a bunch of Hoyers.
Maybe if you guys know the truth behind that story, let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Did Steve McQueen ever wear a 1655 Rolex Explorer 2? Ever. Or was it just an ad? Was it, what's the deal? I don't know. I would love to wear one though. Honestly, to me, this is the most beautiful, well-designed Rolex Explorer 2 series watch in their lineup. It's just such a good-looking watch. It just screams adventure. Something about that huge triangle at 12 o'clock and the obviously the GMT bezel. It's just a handsome watch. I love the match like loom plots going around just the outer edge of those minute marks. It's a handsome watch. It looks like it's ready for adventure. I feel like Indiana Jones wore it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Harrison Ford.
Maybe he wore it.
It should be called
Maybe
Harrison
that's what it
Ford.
should be called.
But legitimately, I feel like Indy would wear that watch. I feel like that, and if Indy would wear it, I should wear it. I should wear it.
That's not bad.
Questing for the Holy Grail, fighting off Nazis. 2 out of 3 of those films, Nazis, man. Anyways.
Okay.
What would you wear in the jungle, sir? As GNR would say, welcome to the jungle,
with
sir.
my unlimited budget, something very, very utilitarian and very purposeful. I would wear a Breitling Emergency.
Actually, that's a much better choice.
It's probably a way better choice.
I mean, it's practical.
Yeah, this is like the one time I'm ever actually going to be like pretty practical. So,
have you guys heard of this?
Not much to say. So the Emergency is a titanium analog and a digi. Breitling has, it kind of looks like the Breitling Aerospace, if you guys are familiar with that one.
I'll throw up a picture of that too, so you guys can see the two.
But it has this like emergency beacon, like this distress button. So if you ever, I guess, get lost, or you're ever in a situation where you're totally screwed, like out in the middle of the ocean or I don't know, deep in a jungle or something. I don't know exactly how this works. No one's ever, I don't think, ever done this. Maybe there's a Breitling video from a manufacturer.
Yeah.
Because it's illegal to actually
unless
do
you're
that.
in an emergency situation.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think the radio frequency it sends off is not standard anymore. So if you were to hit the emergency button, you wouldn't get anyone.
Wait, really?
Seriously.
There's no way. There's no way in 2017 the new model isn't on the same frequency.
Is there a new model?
There's always, they come out.
I didn't know they had a new emergency.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking it was just an old...
No. They're always...
There's a new one?
It's still like in their product line.
Guys, what?
Yeah,
this is still your cell phone. I probably have cellular in Amazon.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I mean, I don't know. Virgin Mobile? I don't know.
Anyways,
probably not actually.
So
maybe I need an emergency too.
There is a distress beacon.
Stop! I didn't know this was still a thing.
Yeah.
It's so ugly.
It is ugly.
It's
but
task
it can
oriented.
save your life. Yeah.
So candid. I mean, wow. I sound really, really. What's the word?
Stupid?
No.
Ignorant?
No. No, what's the word when you're shallow? I sound really shallow. I found the word.
Oh, because you think it looks so ugly?
Yeah, but you're
okay.
But it'll save your life. I'm like,
yeah, it'll save. It's
I don't care
it's
about
still
my life.
It's still. I don't know where you even heard about this, where it doesn't work on there. Anyways,
no, the vintage.
This thing's gonna save my
ones.
life. He's gonna die, and end of story.
The original ones don't work anymore. You couldn't pull the tab. I thought there was only the one.
Oh no!
I've seen videos.
It's been a constant It's.
I did not know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Breathing's got that on lock. No one does that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would get.
Okay. Fun choice.
I just saw one in the window actually last year at VetBay. So yeah.
Yeah.
You're 100%.
Was he being rescued?
Yeah.
Oh, in the windows. Okay.
In the windows. Yeah, there was a human in the windows getting stuck. No, but
how does the sliding door work? Yeah.
Very functional jungle watch for me.
Guys, I'm gonna take you on a little trip through time. Back to 1965.
Outer space.
In outer space. So guys, for this one, I thought to myself, what would Captain Jean-Luc Picard wear? JLP, that's my man. It's my favorite Star Trek series. If you're a Star Trek fan and you don't like Next Generation, you can just skip ahead to Adams. I'll put a time signature in the bottom so you can skip ahead to Adams. But this is 1965 Universal Genevieve Space Compacts. Now there's a couple variations of this watch, but I want the one with the big 12. I'm gonna call it the big 12 because it has a big, beautiful, Art Deco-ish 12 at the 12 o'clock position, obviously. This is one of the slickest. This is like a pseudo grail for me. It's something it's definitely always gonna be on the list. They're rather expensive, unfortunately. They rock a Valjoux 72, I believe. But who gives a damn about that? It's just an amazing looking, futuristic, crazy space age watch. You know, when you think about space, like when you're traveling into space, my mind immediately went to a Speedmaster. And I think that's a very good choice. If you guys pick that, that's okay too. but the space compacts, it's even in the name. It's just, I don't know if one's ever even gone into space, but I would love to take it there. It's just this aesthetically beautiful gem of a watch that I don't think enough people know about. Like they're very, very highly collectible these days because apparently they're rare. I see a bunch of them listed, however. Usually the one with the batons all around, not necessarily like the panda dial or reverse panda dial. Panda dial.
Panda dial.
Black, white subdials.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one to get, guys. I don't know what you're going to say that's going to be. Does Breitling make a space watch?
Probably.
Yeah.
The emergency.
Yeah, the emergency space edition.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my choice. I mean, you guys saw the images. I'm going to throw another one right now because you deserve to see it. This is going to be the other version of the watch that I wouldn't be getting, but I would totally wear either one of them and on that bracelet, on the original bracelet. Yeah, so what's your choice?
So my pick is pretty random. So with space, I kind of wanted to tie in sort of like cool engineering. So I was thinking maybe German.
Okay.
So then automatically I went to Sinn.
Okay.
So my pick is the Sinn EZM 13, which is kind of a flip side reverse chrono. So the chrono pushers and the crown are on the other side.
Huh.
It's like a left-handed model almost.
Is it designed? Is it only in that one style?
The EZM, yeah.
Huh.
So 500 meter water resistant. It's obviously a chronograph. It's the Sinn SZ02 movement, which is basically just a modified Valjoux 7750. Super Luminova, silicone strap too. And it has a lug of 20 millimeters and thickness of 15 millimeters. Retails for like $2,700. Yeah, so it's kind of like a, it's sort of like a Flieger chronograph. It kind of goes with the theme, but I didn't want to just pick, this guy right here.
That was the
Omega Speedmaster.
This is really the perfect moon watch, though.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about going further.
So I went down with the Sinn just because it sounds like a really cool watch to have in space. I also probably, my first thing I was going to say was going to be the Omega X33.
Oh, the
Skywalker.
Looking, yeah.
Sort of like the Annie Digi Speedmaster. Which I think there's a guy, I don't know if he's still on the International Space Station now, but he was on the International Space Station for a long time. And he would do these videos. He has an X33. And you would always see in his vlogs,
like a watch review every year of the same watch.
You would see the he had it on the bracelet and it would just be bobbing up and down on his wrist. And it was really funny because he said he purposely left it a little bit loose because he liked how it would just sort of bob up and down on his wrist.
That's so weird.
So
and it's
pretty funny.
It uses battery. It's battery operated, right?
Yeah, it's a quartz. It's a quartz.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that, but I just sort of went with the Sinn EZM just because.
Someone already is in space with that.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be a pioneer for some other brand or something. So yeah, that's my pick.
Guys, all primo choices. I think mine came out on top, but that's not the point of the game. It's not the point of the emergency.
You're already dead in the forest.
Yeah,
I'm alive, so
you stopped after the forest.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with that fashion watch that Steve McQueen wore.
Yeah.
Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to hit that like button. If you disliked it, then you know what? You can subscribe! Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I encourage you to do so. We do games like this, we do reviews, comparisons. If this is your first time visiting us, I'll encourage you to check out our back catalog. There is a lot of content there now, so
yes.
Please check that out if you like watches as much as we do. And of course, in the comment section, leave the picks that you would have chosen.
Oh yeah.
Leave the choices that you would have picked. Leave the watches that you would have chosen for the circumstances. Those being darkest depths, the thickest jungle, and the vastness of space. So yeah.
Cool.
Guys.
Follow us, guys. Properly Wound Facebook, Instagram, Facebook page, properlywound.com for blogs, shop, anything else. And I said Instagram, right?
Instagram.
We're picking up our Instagram stories too, so follow us on Instagram for some cool stories.
There you
So
go.
if you guys are kind of old and don't know what that
There
means,
you go.
then just don't even worry about it. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm
No.
totally just kidding.
Guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.